come in, you do a sweep in the room, it's normal. EMF is normal. Not off the scale, just right where it's supposed to be, right there between 1 and 2, something like that. They turn on the vacuum cleaner, and the dang thing goes off the scale. Lights up the entire room. It's so pronounced that this is the doorway into that room. And you stand here, and it falls back down to normal, 1 to 2. Stick it through the door, and it shoots all the way off the scale again. I mean, off the scale. The vacuum cleaner had a short in it, obviously. It was lighting up the room. What is the effect? Okay, I said there's no real ill effects as far as we know on EMF in your house, but I might also say that EMF, electromagnetic fields, do have, and has been known to have, effects on people's auditory and visual pathways. I mean, people have seen things. I mean, this has been done actually in a laboratory where they can bombard you with sound waves and EMF waves, and you will start to see things in front of you that are not there in this laboratory. Your mind will start to see things. I'm sorry, go ahead.
What about smelling?
Yes, absolutely.
Would all those waves interfere with the smelling too?
Absolutely. Any of your senses are now subject to trickery, if you will, from EMF activity.
I would like to add to that is I am particularly sensitive to EMF. So when I go into a building that has high EMF, I get a weird feeling on the top of my head, like there's pressure that's being put down on my head. And sometimes it actually gives me a headache. So, and it never fails. I'll go in this place, we'll check it, and it usually has a high EMF reading. So that's just a perfect example of how it can affect someone. Sorry, you got 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes. Yeah, 2 o'clock right before we'll finally go come up. Okay. So, did I answer everyone's questions so far? What questions answered? I mean, it really can, we can get completely crazy with it. I'm going to talk to Jerry some more when we're done, because I've waited to see him since last week in public. He has ideas in his head that go beyond everything we talked about so far. He wants to start taking the odd effects of humidity and electromagnetic and a few other pieces of atmospheric pressures that somehow converge and make issues happen. I mean, all that's real too. I mean, why do we experience weirdnesses over big water tables? Why do we experience more over granite than we do over sandstone? I mean, why do we experience more on high tension lines that are going into the house? I mean, why? It's all there. EMFs are everywhere. EMF is everywhere. And it's stronger in some areas than others. And there are other pieces that are not just EMF, but other weird things like Jerry's talking about that are out there as well, that are affecting either our mind or affecting the environment around us. And maybe in a way that's real, maybe in a way it's not. I don't know yet. Any other questions? Yes?
Regarding the EVP, well, so let me switch back to what we're talking about here on the EMF movies. Now, when you get a high reading in a place, can that explain it? Do you believe in mass hallucination, where 3 or 4 people can see the same thing at the same time?
Don's question is if I believe in mass hallucination due to EMF, high EMF environment. I'm going to ponder that one for a second time.
But it affects people differently.
Well, although it affects people differently, as I said, I can get crazy with it on you. I can get real crazy with it on you if you want.
You can.
And I can say that maybe it's affecting one team member. You then have psychic abilities we don't know yet, and I'm projecting those images into the other people's minds. Now that's just crazy talk, right?
But it's a possibility.
But it's a possibility. Right. So maybe a sensitive in our group is getting it, and is then also projecting it to other people. Read my biography online. I'm a twin. I have a twin sister. I can tell you that I don't know if we have any special bond between us, but I never won a game but go fish against her. So I don't know. Is she picking up on something? I don't know. Maybe she is. Can't tell you. Don't know. All right, any other questions, please? We'll talk for a while. We got lots of time left today. So. Okay, we'll hand it back to you.
Okay.